Hello and welcome to another fun-filled knife adventure. Hooray! So today we're going to be taking a look at another TwoSun knife. This is the TwoSun TS439. Let me zoom in just a little bit. This knife is on the smaller side of things, but probably a great knife nonetheless. So let's get into it. If you ever order a TwoSun from eBay, you will know it comes wrapped in a couple of bags with a piece of clear tape around it. Kind of not the easiest to get into without just cutting it. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. Let's see what I got here, if I can get that tape. If you can grab hold of the tape, you can get it off sometimes and not tear up your bags. Aha, I think I got it. All right. Let's get the tape off of it there. All right. Got the tape off. Get it out of the bags. And another thing about TwoSuns from eBay is they do have oil on them. So let me wipe off the oil really quick. I like the look of it already. So, this is it. Oops, I got some towel on it. Nice gold color. Nice milling on it for sure. Like the pattern on it. Does not have a flipper tab. Does have thumb studs. Oh yeah, it's definitely got some oil on the blade. Get that wiped off here. So yeah, this is a Wong design. This is M390 blade steel, TS439. Nice gold color. Nice milling. Not my normal type knife, more of a dagger type. I can get all four fingers on it if I get all the way up here in the choil. The clip on it is symmetrical. Very good tension on the clip. See what kind of action it has. See if the front flipper works good. Yes. You can front flip it pretty easily. The jimping feels great right there. Very grippy. Yep. Very nice. Still got some oil coming out of the inside of it every time I flip it. TwoSun does a great job at their anos. They're really pretty. Bright colors, shiny. I'm a big fan of TwoSun. I was actually able to get this one for less than $60 on an eBay auction. With M390 blade steel, you really can't beat that. Let's get a few measurements of this thing. So the weight is 3.63 ounces. The overall length is let's see, 6.4 inches maybe. 6.4 with a 2 3/4 inch cutting edge and about the same blade length. Let's do a couple of caliper measurements here. So the blade up here at the thickest part looks like it is 0.158. Let me get right here on this flat. Yep, 0.160 right here on this flat area. Then it comes down behind the edge to .026. These scales, carefully, if I measure them, are 0.547, and then with the clip, 0.673. Speaking of the clip, let's go ahead and test it and see how it falls in the pocket. So we've got the pocket, and looks like it's gonna be about how I like. Very good tension. Not much of the knife sticking up, just enough to get hold of there. Let's see, retention wise, very good and tight. Does not seem to slide over the pocket very easily. Let's see, doesn't really have much of a ramp there. Just got that little place. Let's try again here. Yeah, it's catching the pocket for sure. Yeah, might have to bend that out a little bit to get it to where it's like I would like it. Seems a little tight. Yep, a little tight going over the edge. You really have to hold if you just push on it, it doesn't want to go in very good. You really have to hold both sides of the pants. Yeah, clip is too tight the way it is right now. All right, let's do a few size comparisons here. I don't have many smaller knives with me. Here's one I got the other day. It's a HX Outdoors. It's called a Sapphire. It's a little titanium knife. You can see that one. This is the Walmart bug out copy. You can see how small the knife is there. Here is a Para 3. See, it is even quite a bit smaller than the Para 3. Of course, the PM2 just dwarfs it, as does the Smock. I do have, this is a Concept Corvid M, I believe. So that one's pretty close to the same size. And then today I got in a Kaiser Microlith. So it is larger than the Kaiser. But it is definitely on the smaller side of knives. I got it mainly because M390 steel is one of my favorites, and for $52 or $53, whatever I paid for it, I just really couldn't pass it up for another nice TwoSun, full titanium anodized. Pretty milling on it. Thumb studs work great. Front flipper works great. The jimping feels really good on that. It's very grippy, and it's a great little fifth pocket knife for me, and I can get 3 fingers on it. The clip is hitting me in the hand a little differently than most because of the way it's centered there. I don't know if that would create a hot spot. Speaking of which, let's see if it came sharp. I've got a kind of a used piece of paper here, but oh yeah, laser beam sharp. That is very sharp, actually. One of the things I love about M390 steel is it takes a good edge. So all the way from the back to the very tippy tip. This paper has got all kinds of creases in it, so it's not the knife's fault, it's the paper's fault, but you can see that it is very sharp once it gets in there. Yeah, they did a great job on sharpening it. if you haven't checked out TwoSun Knives, do so. They're a great value for your money. I enjoy them and have probably close to 40 of them now. Anyway, appreciate you being here and checking out my video. If you like talking about knives, you ought to join us in the mornings at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. Every morning we have Blade Talk, where a bunch of guys just sit around talking about knives, and gals, sorry. Talk about what's coming out, what's new, what we like, what we don't like, what's going on in the knife community. Going to be live at Blade Show here soon, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, if you like talking about knives and hanging out with other cool guys that like the same hobby as you, come join us every single morning. I think we're up to episode 135 tomorrow. So 135 days in a row we've been there talking about knives, and don't plan on stopping anytime soon. So yeah, come join us. If you don't mind, on the way out, give me a thumbs up. And that's about it. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.